Hello. Today is my last day of solid food for a few weeks. I feel like it looks like I'm sitting in front of a green screen the way my hair's doing with the sky behind me, but I promise I'm not. I'm not that high tech yet. So yesterday I traveled and it was horrible. I don't recommend traveling when you're on the pre-op diet. And I would think the same rule would probably apply for those few weeks after surgery. We had to go to our house in Tennessee and we went to see a family real quick. It was just one day on the road. I was able to get dinner. We went to Cheddar's and did to go, so I didn't have to go in and suffer with potentially smelling anything or temptations. I did salmon, grilled salmon, and green beans. And I ate the salmon. Green beans, bleh, they were not good. So I like took one bite and was like, yeah, no. I'm glad I got the 8-ounce salmon instead of the 5 because I thought I've had no other food really during the day. So I had a moment of weakness. They gave us the crescent rolls, honey butter ones. I ate one. It's the last time I'm going to be able to do that for a long time, and I don't think that one crescent roll is going to make my liver explode with fat, and I'm not going to be able to have the surgery. I have been so good on my diet. I've not cheated. I've done great. I do admit, full transparency, I've had a little Crystal Light because I needed to drink more water. And my primary care in Tennessee was very much about whole foods, plant-based. And I totally understand the benefits of this. And there's a new dietitian, or a nutrition doctor rather, don't want to insult her by minimizing her credentials, but she is all about the whole foods approach. I get it, I appreciate it. She wanted to cut out artificial sweeteners and things in the diet. The pre-op diet changed. Some giant bug landed next to me and I don't know what it is. The pre-op diet changed. Stay over there, whatever you are. Recently, Crystal Light was allowed before, and the main reason that they say they cut it out is because they want you to avoid like sugar-free stuff. They want you to have better habits. I get that. I totally get that. But I need to drink my water, and as long as this is not actually bad for me, I'm a grown-up. It's not going to create issues with my liver. It's not going to interfere with the surgery. I did have some Crystal Light. Yesterday too, I thought I was going to starve to death. I had no way to cook. I mean, it's five and a half hour drive, and I wasn't prepared. Like, this was a last minute thing. The only raw veggies I could think of that I could tolerate eating would be carrots. I didn't want to do that. We stopped at a Sheetz. I got a bag of like green beans. They had some oil in them, but they were just like dried green beans snack, healthy food section. I ate those. I drank water. I had my Profi. I had that crescent roll. Yeah, not regrets, but choices were made. So it is what it is. Today I'm behaving. It's coming towards me. I'm gonna flip the camera. Can I flip it? I can't. Can you see it? Oh, it's on its back. Oh, it's up. Yeah, go the other way. Hopefully you saw that. And hopefully my camera will be stable. I got a stand, And I even have a little remote to turn it off and on, so I don't have to be one of those touchy people. So, but I'm making the choice to go to my liquid diet a day early. The reason is we're having to leave, so it's a Monday and my surgery is Friday. So technically I don't have to do the liquid diet until Wednesday. But Wednesday at like 1:30 a.m. we are having to drive from Fayetteville to Raleigh. Southwest doesn't fly out of Fayetteville. I wanted my first flight, and especially a flight as a person of size, as their policy says. I wanted it to be on Southwest. So that was the closest and most reasonably priced place. So I feel like Wednesday is going to be a horrible day to try to take a laxative and start a liquid diet. So I'm just going to lose one day of solid food. It's for a good reason. So salmon will be for dinner tonight. And then tomorrow I'll start my liquids. And I'm probably mostly just going to be drinking water, kind of like a little bit of a water fast. So that broth in Tijuana that everybody talks about across the street from the hotel. Oh, I did it. I tried to make it switch back because it was darker and about dropped my camera. But everybody talks about that broth. I'm still watching that bug too. It's probably going to run straight through me. Hopefully not. Thoughts and prayers, send them my way that I don't poop my pants in Tijuana or have to go to the bathroom on the plane. Yeah, I'm nervous. Never been on a plane. I don't know if I would fit in their airplane bathroom. I don't know how I'm going to fit down the aisle. I know I get to board early. Yay. Thank you, Lord. So some stress is relieved, but I'm still so nervous. So this morning weighed myself. So on the pre-op diet, I am down a little over 18 pounds. I had a stall for several days, and I'm like, I'm not even having 1,000 calories a day. Why is the scale not moving? I know I need to get out of this mindset because for 6 weeks after surgery, they do not recommend that you weigh yourself. Your body has to heal. You're going to be bloated. Like, just don't. So I cannot focus on that. I need to put a reminder, set a date on my phone there to be like, this is the day I can weigh myself. It stops. I'll weigh myself when we leave here, before we leave. I don't know. I think they weigh you at the hospital before surgery. So I'll get my final weight before, and then I will weigh myself 6 weeks after and see where we're at. My family, I saw them yesterday. I saw my parents and my son, who was visiting my parents while he's on leave with the Marine Corps. He went to visit other family besides me and the dad, but I did still get to see him. Lots of hugs. I think he's more nervous for me than anybody else in the family. But, I mean, he's a healthy, fit Marine. I've raised him to not be fat, but not in a negative way, because growing up, I was not taught how to be healthy. I was talked negatively to about my body and about food, and that's created some, like, really bad blocks in my brain. Like, I do not have a healthy relationship with food. I wasn't taught how to have a healthy relationship with food. So I've tried to make sure that he's active and that he has a good relationship with food. And I mean, the Marines are the best of the best. So, he is, jeez, it just flew right by. I hear it. It's like under me. Oh my gosh. If it gets on me, y'all are gonna see. Anyway, so he's in shape, and he worries about me. He says, he tries to say nice things to me sometimes, like when he would come in about my eating habits or whatever. He's fussed about how I send my body in starvation mode because I eat like the one meal a day. If I see the thing like crawl up on my shoulder holding the camera or something, I might have a heart attack. I'm not afraid of bugs, but this is big and I don't know if it can bite me. I don't know what it is. The ADHD is kicking in here. I feel like it's gonna get me. I'm scared. Okay, so he really wants me to be healthy. It's not about looks, it's about being healthy. So he's on board, but he's nervous. He's scared for me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that people care. A lot of people still don't know. I saw my nieces and I didn't tell them, and it's just because they'll tell their mamas, who are not my sister-in-laws anymore. And it's just personal. This is personal. This is controversial because I'm going to Tijuana for this. It's not in the States. People don't understand. So until I get past a certain point in my recovery and I'm doing well, I would rather keep it to myself. After that, I'm an open book. I'm not going to be keeping this a secret. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, well, I'm just dieting and exercise, watching what I eat. No, gastric bypass, and I'll tell you where I went, and it was, a great experience. I have no doubt it's going to be that, so I'm just speaking that into existence there. But I'm not going to be ashamed to tell anybody that that's what I did. But until I get past the point where I've healed up and I'm starting my real weight loss journey, this is like a pre-journey, then I don't want people's opinions. I don't want the negativity, because that's a whole lot of what it's going to be. So keep that in mind. If you're watching this and you're considering, keep your mouth shut. I have told a few friends, and everybody except one has been very supportive, and it's on my back. I just felt it. I really hope that was on top of my clothing and not underneath it. I'm a freak out. I hear it. I gotta get up. Yes, it was on me. I almost stripped my shirt off outside. I do have on a bra. It is now over here. No, ma'am. No. Okay. Back to it. The one friend wasn't negative, but just they had previous job experience in a hospital, and they saw a lot of people that had complications after a gastric bypass. So, and this is several years ago that they were in a hospital. I don't know how much things have changed since then. I also don't know what that population was like, because if my thing is, been there, done that. I've had an EBT card. I've had government assistance when I was a single mom years and years ago. FYI, my husband is not my son's father, stepdad, best stepdad in the world, but he is the only dad he has ever known. He's dad. So anyway, when I was a single mom, I had state assistance. Not knocking it, but I know several people that have had the surgery because the state pays for it. They don't have to pay for anything. I don't know if this population was like what their mental capacity was. If they truly understood the consequences, if they really thought, well, now that I have the surgery, once I'm able to eat solid food, I can just do what I want. Like, you can stretch this out. You can go right back to what you were and worse. So I don't know if they didn't take care of themselves or what. I don't know if the doctor was crap at the hospital that she worked at. I don't know if the people got the surgery for free because the state paid for it and it wasn't, didn't have to work as hard. They didn't want it as much. I hope that makes sense, because I don't mean it in an offensive way. Like, I had to make some decisions and some choices, and like, I could have spent this money on other things, but I chose myself. I chose the surgery, so I feel like it has more value. I look at it the same way as, like, my kid had to pay for his car. I didn't buy him one. He took better care of it than a lot of his friends because that was his money. He was invested. So, I don't know about the mentality of these people and the circumstances or even the hospital. So, they're not very supportive just because they've seen negative. So, that's the only person that I've told that has been negative about it. Family's not been crazy about the Mexico part. That's the part that they don't like because it's unknown, because you've seen bad news stories. But I have shared things with them, gave them peace of mind. They feel a lot better about this decision and where I'm going. I just have to let everybody know this is where I'm at. This is how I'm doing. The hubby's going to be responsible for updating them because I'm going to be out of it Friday. I have zeroed out all day Friday. I'm going to be, once they put me under, I'm not going to come out till the next day, really. So, I've talked a lot today. Can you tell I'm nervous? Like, it's getting more real. It's Monday, and I leave, might as well say Wednesday night. Thursday morning, early. So, it's almost here. I've got to go inside and really start taking care of some things around the house just to get stuff in order. We are in the process of selling our house in Tennessee, possibly, and still unpacking things here. Even though we've been here for over a year, we didn't have all of our stuff here, and it's a lot. So I want to come home, and next week I want to come back home, and not feel overwhelmed by my house. So I've got a couple of days here to prepare. Yeah. So that's going to go soon. This is going to go soon. I'm going to be able to go outside, and when I tan, I don't get this white ring around my neck because my fat's not all bunched up. I mean, yeah. And I have been being positive in my speech. Like I tell my husband, when I'm skinny, I no longer am like, if I lose weight, it's when I'm skinny. And I've already told him, at some point, when I'm skinny, you're going to pick me up. You're going to carry me. No one's ever done that. So I was like, you're going to do it. Sometime when I'm skinny, I need you to pick me up and twirl me around. Just these things some of y'all girls can take for granted, like living your life as a normal sized person versus 300 plus person. Yeah, life's gonna change for the better. So, got a little itch there, sorry. Still keep an eye on this bug. It hasn't moved since I knocked it off of my shirt. It was somewhere, I think it might have been in my hair, getting close to it. I don't know. I could hear it making its little bug sounds. Okay, so, touch this one more time. I look dark. So this is my last long sit down yappity yap before surgery. Maybe I'll do something brief Tuesday or Wednesday, just to let y'all know how the liquid diet is going. I am not going to post these until after. I'm working on getting a YouTube intro because I'm trying to do this the legit way. I want to take this seriously. So I want to have a YouTube intro and share these. At some point, I'll do better than just sitting and running my mouth. But for right now, this is it. This is all that I am capable of because I am ignorant to video stuff. So I'll update y'all. Just stick with me.